Hey, welcome back. This is a fun place. Lots of history here. The Denison Arch, although most people don't refer to it, and my guess is most people don't know that it's actually called the Denison Arch, and I'll explain why in just a second. So this is the engine arch to most people. Built in 1904, official location is 1085 South University. So let me give you some background with this. The West Engineering Building was constructed of steel reinforced concrete with outer walls of brick and stone. The net floor space in the building was 94,318 square feet. The problem of the building blocking the southeastern end of the diag was addressed by Professor Charles Simeon Denison in a sketch of an arch which allowed the diag to pass through the new building. This was sent to the architect and eventually incorporated into the building plans. The arch was known as the Denison Arch after a bronze tablet in memory of Denison was placed inside it in 1914. So the next time you go through the Denison Arch, look up there. So from this view, just as you're about to exit, the plaque is on the left-hand side of the wall. By the way, there's a campus myth, lore, that any couple who kisses underneath the arch at midnight, once a boundary between the men's dorms and the women's dorms to the northeast, will marry one day. If you'd like, it would be fun if you have an experience that is exactly like this or similar to this. Let us know. Okay, comments. So what do people say when they've seen this photo? And please feel free to comment away in terms of your experience. Somebody said, rode through it in a 1949 Mercury once. Goofy kid stuff. I can just imagine the excitement of young college kids pulling this prank, which could have got them in a lot of trouble, including being expelled. Somebody else had got engaged under the arch back in 1965, a long time ago. Somebody else said, what a great photo. I've walked through that arch hundreds of times. One of the things I liked about this particular capture, I like the symmetry. It's just part of the way that I look at photography, not all the time, but in cases like this. And then I was fortunate enough to have these three students walking through that gave it a silhouette and then taking you almost into a different world. In fact, not almost, actually taking you into a different world, into the heart of the University of Michigan campus. So 1904, that's a long time ago. What was going on at that particular time? Well, the United States acquired control of the Panama Canal Zone for $10 million. Also 1904, ice cream cone makes its debut at the St. Louis World's Fair. Kind of hard to think that there was no such thing as an ice cream cone before 1904, but this is when the cone part of it was introduced. Also, the first Buddhist temple in the United States was established. And get this one, a woman was arrested for smoking a cigarette in a car on Fifth Avenue in New York City. So that's perspective. That's a look at the engine arch, and perhaps you'll think of it periodically as the Denison Arch, because if it wasn't for Professor Denison, this would be an enclosed area. You could not access the diag through South University except for Professor Denison's imagination, sketch, and tenacity to make sure it occurred. So at any rate, thank you. If you want to get early notice or notice immediately when these are posted, go ahead, hit subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in, and please stay tuned. All right, thank you.